Flick was a little firefly. He lived in the Whispering Woods. It was a magical place. Tall trees reached for the sky. Colorful flowers bloomed everywhere. Little creatures scurried through the undergrowth. Flick loved his home. He loved the smell of pine needles. He loved the sound of birds singing. But Flick had a secret. His light was very dim, not bright like the other fireflies. Flick felt sad. He wished his light was bright. He wanted to join the other fireflies. They danced in the night sky. Their lights twinkled like stars. Flick tried to shine his light, but it was no use. His light was too weak. Every night the fireflies gathered in a clearing. They flew together in a magical dance. Their lights flashed on and off. They created patterns in the dark. It was beautiful to watch. Flick watched from the shadows. He wished he could join the dance, but his dim light held him back. He felt like he didn't belong. The other fireflies didn't notice him. They were too busy with their dance. Flick sighed and turned away. He flew deeper into the woods. He felt alone and useless. What good was a firefly with a dim light? He wished he could disappear. One day, Flick was flying near a stream. He saw a tiny caterpillar. It was lost and scared. It couldn't find its way back to its family. Flick felt sorry for the caterpillar. He wanted to help. Flick flew closer to the caterpillar. He shone his dim light. It wasn't much, but it was enough to show the caterpillar the way. The caterpillar saw Flick's light. It crawled towards it. Flick stayed with the caterpillar. He guided it through the forest. Finally, they reached the caterpillar's home. The caterpillar was happy to be reunited with its family. Flick felt happy too. He had helped someone in need. His dim light had made a difference. The caterpillar's family thanked Flick. They told him he was a hero. Flick blushed. He didn't feel like a hero, but he did feel good about helping. He realized that even a dim light could be useful. Flick flew back to the clearing. He watched the fireflies dance. He didn't feel so sad anymore. He knew he couldn't join the dance, but he could still use his light to help others. Flick decided to look for other creatures who needed help. He flew through the woods, his dim light flickering. He was ready to be a hero, even if he was a small one. Flick flew all night. He used his dim light to help a spider find its web. He guided a lost ladybug back to its garden. He even helped a sleepy owl find its nest. Flick was tired but happy. He had helped so many creatures. His dim light had made a big difference. He realized that being different wasn't so bad. In fact, it made him special. Flick flew back to his home in a hollow log. He felt proud of himself. He had learned that even a small light could shine brightly. He fell asleep, dreaming of all the creatures he would help tomorrow. The next night, the fireflies gathered for their dance. Flick watched from the edge of the clearing. He wasn't sure if he wanted to join them. He liked helping other creatures, but he also wanted to be part of the group.
Suddenly, a group of young fireflies flew up to Flick. They had heard about his adventures. They told him he was amazing. They wished they could be brave like him.
Flick was surprised. He didn't realize anyone had noticed him. He told the young fireflies that they could be brave too. All they had to do was use their lights to help others. The young fireflies were excited. They flew off to find creatures in need. Flick smiled. He had inspired others to be helpful. He realized that even a small act of kindness could spread. Flick decided to join the firefly dance. He flew into the clearing. His light was still dim, but he didn't care. He knew he was special in his own way. The other fireflies made space for Flick. They welcomed him into their dance. Flick's light twinkled alongside theirs. He was part of the group, and it felt wonderful. Flick danced all night. He felt happy and accepted. He realized that being different wasn't a weakness. It was a strength. His dim light had helped him make new friends and discover his purpose. From that day on, Flick continued to help others. He also taught the young fireflies how to use their lights for good. He became known throughout the Whispering Woods as the little firefly that could. Flick's story spread far and wide. It taught everyone the importance of self-acceptance and the power of even the smallest light. Flick's story reminds us that everyone has something special to offer. It doesn't matter how bright your light shines. What matters is how you use it. Even a dim light can make a big difference in the world. So let your light shine, no matter how small it may seem. You never know who you might inspire or what you might achieve. Remember, every light matters. And that, kids, is how the little firefly with a dim light learned to shine brightly in his own way. The end.